Becky was meeting the esteemed doctor. She could barely control her giggles. Big Mr. Doctor Man was going to make her pretty. Everyone thinks he's the best, so he must be. She beamed from ear to ear. Leaping from her canopy bed, she sat down at her vanity. The pink mirror shone with twinkling lights. Pictures of her hung around the room like a living yearbook. She looked at herself deep in the eyes. For a second, she saw the 40-year-old in the reflection. "Get out!" she screamed, throwing her pink brush at the mirror. The image was gone. She got herself ready. She pulled her long blonde hair into 2 low ponytails. She pulled on her Minnie Mouse underwear and training bra. The bra bit the sides of her chest, causing long red rashes along her rib cage. But the tiny yellow flowers on it were so pretty. Becky picked out her fluffiest pink dress and white ruffled socks. She had to look her best for the doctor. She walked out of her room. "Mommy, Daddy, I'm ready!" Those sillies were always sleeping in. "Rebecca?" The low voice came from one of the adjoining bedrooms. Becky giggled and flung the door open. Barry was on the bed, strapped down as usual. He had pooed himself in the night, and the room smelled awful. Barry was such a baby. He still wet the bed. "Rebecca, please, I need help." "Rebecca, please," she responded mockingly. "You're such a loser, Barry." "I'm serious. I think my eye is infected. If you could just call the—" "I can't call anyone silly. I'm only 9. She laughed at him again. Tears rolled down his face. "Rebecca, please just talk to me normally." Her light manner suddenly turned dark. Rebecca was back. "This is normal, Barry, and after today, Dr. Elship is going to make sure my voice is perfect." Rebecca left as quickly as she came. Her face instantly changed to that of a carefree little girl. "Plus, silly, you know you're not allowed outside. Mommy and Daddy say so." Barry kept crying. He was such a crybaby. "I'll call Mommy in to clean you up, loser." She went to his bedside. "I'm also going to take the credit card. It's not like you can use it." She laughed harder as Barry's face fell again. She sneered at him and stuck a pink-painted fingernail into his eye socket. He screamed. She couldn't stop laughing. "You're getting your blood all over me, bedwetter." Mommy scrambled up the stairs. "Mr. Shaw!" Becky turned dark again and glared. Rebecca didn't like it when the maid forgot her place. "Mommy, what did you say?" She pushed her fingernail in deeper. Mommy cleared her throat. "So sorry, Rebecca, I mean Becky. I was just coming to see if your brother," Rebecca said flatly. "Yes, of course. I was coming to see if your brother needed me." Becky removed her fingernail as Barry kept wailing. "He needs his diaper changed, like a little loser baby." She suddenly brightened up again. "I'll wash my hands and then Daddy can drive me to the doctor." She skipped past Mommy into the bathroom. She washed her hands, grinning as the red stuff came off her pretty nails. She looked up and caught a glimpse of the 40-year-old again in her reflection. "Get out!" she screamed at the mirror. The image disappeared. Daddy drove her to the doctor. He didn't talk much. That was fine. Rebecca rambled on in the car about how excited she was for school and how pretty her new voice would be. When they reached the office, she kissed Daddy on the cheek. He only recoiled a little. She strode into the office, blinking at the stark whiteness of the scene. 2 women sat behind a desk. They looked eerily similar. "I need to see the doctor," Becky said in her most sing-song voice. "You don't have an appointment." The woman locked eyes with her. Her tone was sweet but flat. I don't need an appointment. I need to see the doctor. Becky could feel the darkness growing again. Rebecca stared at the blonde woman in front of her. They thought they were so much better than her. Ma'am, I'm not a ma'am. I am a little girl. Rebecca closed her fist tightly, but let go just as suddenly. Becky was back, with her sunshine grin. The women behind the desk looked at each other. Each broke into a slow smile. One turned to her. I will get Dr. Alship immediately. And what is your name, little girl? The words little girl fell off her tongue like spoiled milk. Becky. Becky only had to wait half an hour for an appointment with the doctor. She was led into his private examination room. She thought he would be taller and more handsome. But he was just a tiny little man with a big desk. He didn't smile. What can I do for you? Becky felt Rebecca come out of the darkness. Rebecca took a deep breath. I need you to make my voice younger. And why is that? The doctor had no effect to his voice. He looked briefly from Rebecca to the pad of paper on his desk, but wrote nothing. Becky tried to answer, but Rebecca pushed her down. I had a happy childhood, doctor. My parents loved me. They gave me everything. They died when I was young. How did they die? Dr. Alship sounded genuinely interested. Becky burst through. An accident! I didn't mean to. I was only playing with Daddy's gun and... Enough! Rebecca put a hand over her own throat. After they died, things were not happy anymore. I would like to go back to those happy times. She pulled out Barry's credit card. I am prepared to pay whatever you would like. My husband has a trust fund that is limitless. Dr. Alship took the card from her hand, reading the name slowly. And what age would you like to sound like, Mrs. Shaw? Becky. Rebecca let go, and Becky came bubbling back to the light. I'm 9. I want to sound like I'm 9. Dr. Alship smiled for the first time. All right, Becky. That should be a simple vocal cord shave. Will your husband be available to take care of you during the recovery? Becky laughed. That's what I pay Mommy and Daddy for.